That
So
skin,
go.
I don't think I've ever seen that skin be played on stream or in the game
That's the
at all.
Dimitri skin. And don't ask me any more about Three Houses because that's the extent of my knowledge about that game.
All right, are we in a button press or is Jumpman out here? Yeah, okay, there we go. So there was
No,
a problem
Jumpman's
with...
saying I don't need 3 stocks. I don't even
No,
need
no.
2 stocks. Let's go.
All right, that's awful. Okay, so let's see here. A bit of an issue here to start off, but Byleth versus Bayo is going to be quite an interesting matchup. Like, this is Sword Ganondorf. Like, I know Ganondorf has a sword now, but like I played on Wi-Fi against a Byleth and I died to 47 against like a barely charged forward smash because I got 2 framed. And I'm just like, this character is some nonsense. It doesn't have a ton of sauce, but if this character hits you 2 or 3 times, you might just die if you don't have a great recovery.
Sword Ganon's actually a good way of putting it. Similar speeds as well. Obviously not quite heavy, I imagine, but very slow, hard-hitting hitboxes, but with the extended range of that spear in the air, the axe on the down air. So it should be interesting to see how Jumpman gets around this.
I want to see. I think we need to do a rule though. If you get hit with the shield breaker, like the neutral B axe, then you just ban, or not the neutral B, the forward B, you just get banned.
You forfeit the match.
That's worth getting hit with a Ganon punch. That move is so slow, but god damn, does it break shields for free? So yeah, it looks like the stage was the issue. So no, we are not starting on Stadium 2. We are going to Town and City, and it looks like defensive game plan is what Jumpman has in mind. Already starting with a couple bullets, gets a bit of a string on that platform, but pulls back.
Yeah, and it should be interesting here to see how these platforms come into play because I know Bayonetta, a lot of vertical combo potential. Byleth, not so much combo potential in general, but maybe these platforms will come into Hit's favor when it comes to retreating.
True. I'd say that Jumpman probably wants to have a defensive spot where you can force Byleth to, because Byleth doesn't have really good air mobility, so it's like trying to like jump at Bayo on one of those platforms sounds miserable. But the thing is that Byleth actually, like that up air is kind of good. Between the up air and the up B, this character can actually reach pretty high without having to expose yourself to others.
Absolutely. Ooh, nice witch time there into the simple up tilt to back air. A little bit of a fall from grace coming from Smash 4, but you can definitely still get a good amount of stuff off of that witch time.
A just fall from grace. If this is Smash 4, that made it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, when you put it that way, the entire character is a just fall from grace.
I'm fairly certain you can get 4 back airs in Smash 4. And that actually happened to me once. I got, like, something got witch time. I got back aired 4 times in a row. I was like, this character's nonsense.
Oh, wow. The forward throw at the ledge actually killing a lot earlier than I would have expected. Byleth may be a little lighter than I thought she was. They were.
I think that the character's, like, mid-weight, but the thing about Bayo, and this stage in particular, the forward throw's pretty good at killing horizontally, and because the stage is so broad, the side blast throws are actually comparably closer than other stages.
Interesting. But yeah, Jumpman now with the lead, going to be trying to play the defensive game a little harder. Then again, I say that they side B right into a disadvantaged state.
He almost got smacked with that forward smash too. Bayo's up B not hitting or instantly sweet spotting edge. That sounds like that could be a terrible thing in this matchup here when you've got a character that has 2 or 3 options to smack you at edge.
Absolutely, yeah. Hit now, just trying to find a way in. Ooh, that side B in neutral, gonna be catching Jumpman sleeping a little bit, and that will be able to take the first stock.
He punished like a jump forward air. That was a pretty safe option from Jumpman. Nah, smacked up. The range of this character's specials is something to be feared. And speaking of range, we haven't really seen the bow and arrow come out whatsoever, have we?
The bow and arrow, especially against a character like Bayonetta that can just witch time it, I feel like it's not going to come into play too often here.
True, I can see that. Well, another witch
that's
time.
Just a straight F smash.
I like how Jumpman still ran up to it. It's like, I'm not sure if this is going to miss, so let me double check.
No, I think it was more along the lines of I'm not sure if this is going to kill because Bayo mains are convinced that this character can't kill.
175, yeah, let me just go ahead and take my extra 6 inches by pushing you off stage, sure.
6 inches can make or break him, man.
That's what the ladies tell me.
Scabs, PG.
All right.
There's children watching. Probably, I don't know.
Down air not quite going to connect right there. Goes ahead and tries to retreat, but these side Bs are actually eating up Hit. Hit tries to go ahead and recover pretty linearly. He likes to use his double jump quite a bit to get out of the Bayo shenanigans, but so far it is really not paying off. Jumpman has every single time had a side B ready. It definitely feels like Hit's kind of getting his aerial options called out. For a character like Byleth that doesn't have too many, you've got to go ahead and have something mixed up.
Yeah, Jumpman definitely seems like he's got all of Hit's options scouted out so far. Every time Hit has tried to get out of disadvantage, Jumpman has just been there to catch him.
All right, down air, not
nice
gonna connect
back
there,
air.
and that'll be it. Yeah, so that down air, it felt like Hit tried 2 or 3 times to that. He kind of recognized he was in a rough spot and had to hit something wild, and he down aired like once, and he failed to like auto cancel it, so he had a little bit of lag. He down aired again, and the hitbox didn't come out. So it felt like a bit of an over adjustment that cost him that stock.
Yeah, it's a shame their first game going to Jumpman. However, good stuff coming from them. I mean, that was a great display of what Bayo can do in this game, honestly, because people, again, going back to the fall from grace, people like to talk about how this character's pretty much garbage tier at this point, but I've been a strong believer from the beginning, and it seems Jumpman might be as well, that the character's not all that bad. This character has sauce. This character has some serious stuff. Of course, the combo game, you can't take him from 0 to death every single time you land a hit, which honestly was just unfair in the last game. But in this game, she still gets massive amounts of damage off of combos, has a pretty good neutral state, so I don't know. This character seems pretty alright to me.
I think that the biggest weakness of the character is that it doesn't come back well at all. The character really kind of loses to shield, and that's all well and good. Like there are a lot of characters that have trouble pressuring shield, but the problem really is that even the projectiles aren't enough to force you out of shield and to move forward.
Absolutely, yeah.
But even accompanying for that, the buffs to, or really the nerfs to characters' recovery games means that Bayo's edge guarding, which is already one of the best in the game, has kind of gotten like an indirect buff here. And Byleth is one of those characters where if you just backthrow the character off stage and it tosses out a tether, you can just do a long-lasting nair and just dare the character to try to recover.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that came out surprisingly not very often in the first game, but see, this game 2 on God, I always want to say PlayStation 2. I don't know why. I hear PS2 and the first thing that comes to mind is PlayStation. Pokemon Stadium 2, here with Hit's counterpick.
So a stage with a shorter ceiling, generally easier to kill on, and the way that the ledges work means that you can typically aim underneath it a little bit easier with disjointed hitboxes, so Hit's probably trying to think, I'm either going to 2-frame you or I'm going to kill you super early, and you can't camp me here by going up to the platforms. I dig it for trying to scrap. Yeah, there we go. That's the vibe check right there. I'm going to toss out this forward smash max distance, and if you dare to hit a button on me, you're dead.
I mean, yeah, that's just kind of how you have to do it. The uppy barely making it. It seemed like it was almost max range there, but able to recover with it.
True, Jumpman decided not to go off stage to try again. 60%, yeah, don't hit a button there.
If Hit had charged that F smash for like a frame longer, that would have been curtains for Jumpman. But instead, Jumpman going to take the first stock here.
Yeah, even at 60, it would have been dead. That move is just super strong, and at this stage here, you have no chance of getting through. Another solid string there. Hit's doing a pretty good job of like DIing away from Jumpman, just trying to get out of the combos without expending a double jump.
Yeah, I agree. I'm liking the adaptation here from Hit. Definitely doing a little better than Game 1 in my opinion.
That's going to be rough, but the side beat doesn't hit, so the tether gets back for free.
Ooh, interesting little landing side B there to just get Bayonetta off of you. Good fade away, but it's not going to work this time, sadly. Yeah.
So there's that recovery option coming out. Jumpman covers that edge guard perfectly, and Byleth's tether not working out too well.
No, definitely not in their favor when it comes to offstage.
Right.
Let's see what... Hit definitely needs to take the stock like right now before this gets out of hand. It's already starting to look like a done deal.
Yeah, just neutral has just been absolutely dismal. That'll do it, yeah. Finally, calling out one of those side Bs. That forward smash rings true and sends Jumpman off. But speaking of getting sent off, Hit back off stage. And the up smash, not quite going to finish it up. Good DI. Just drifts away to stage. Says, I'm going to take edge. Let's see what you can do.
It's now or never. Let's see what you can come up with. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oh, the Witch Time not really coming into play, though. Not as much as I would have expected, though.
Double side B back off stage. That forward air might have been a little bit too greedy, but still has to double jump, but didn't immediately up B. Max range still going to get it, but gets sent off stage once more.
Oh, getting caught sleeping there with the up B and being sent straight to the blast zone. Hit maybe has bought himself one last chance at this game. That rapid jab at the edge is going to take it, though.
I'm surprised that the rapid jab actually killed. I was going to say that that reversal was exactly what Hit needed. 140% with a strong character like Byleth. I would not have been surprised to see the recovery, but no. Bayonetta going ahead and giving a little bit of the left and right jab, and that finishes up game 2.
Yeah, Bayonetta's rapid jab actually one of her stronger kill options. Sadly enough, I guess.
Don't shed a tear for this.
No. Like, it's not. It's not that I don't think it's justified. It's more so like a pity sadness.